In a universe where life does not end at death, we explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Before we get started, I just want to inform you that this series was recorded over Discord. If the quality dips, it's due to connection issues. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to a Reborn in Power series featuring Dr. Cal and his creation, Proto. Follow along as he learns how to live and survive beyond the confines of the Zealot dynasty. Last time, in the Doctor, you, Dr. Cal, were able to craft a bit. You actually were able to craft something insanely strong. A lock, actually. It was a lock, right? That's what you made last time?
Yes, I upgraded the codex with just the primest of locks.
Well, I believe it was your crafting station, correct? It was a crafting station.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, crafting station.
Yes. But you were able to do
That's
that,
what I meant.
Make an amazing lock that is going to kinetically blast and rush anyone who tries to unlock it. Who doesn't have the correct combination and biometric scanning on it. So yeah, that you made that kind of lock.
Very hard to break into.
You last time also at the very end of the session we kind of did a little bit of a time skip as your actual vessel, the one where like the Commander Kurter's vessel, flew all the way to the Fleet Titan Eviseral, led by Admiral Volton of Corps Command. Once you got there, though, well, before you get there, let us go over that week break, as I had you roll, I believe, 6 different checks, crafting checks specifically.
You want me to list off the numbers for people at home?
Yes.
Because I have the numbers still.
Sure thing.
So,
go ahead and list them off.
So the first roll was a 41. So that was pretty good. Second roll was a 33. Third roll was a 36. And then we got 2 29s in a row. And then last but not least was 38. So some pretty high numbers. Those 29s are kind of annoying, but we'll live with it.
Hey, 29 is literally like one off from a perfect roll, a perfect 30, if you have nothing added to it.
Well, yeah, Matt.
Yeah.
If you have nothing added to it.
I know you had you had your salvaging.
I have so much added to it.
Yeah, I know. Salvaging and your coding.
By salvaging my coding, I asked about if I could add resourceful, but you never got back to me on that, so we didn't add resourceful.
Well, even with that, you decided that you wanted to craft, I believe, attempt crafting a few things, but there's a lot of research that goes into one of them, which is a drive core. So you wanted to...
Yeah, we
to start.
We put that on hold.
Yeah, that's being on hold because that's bigger project. The other big project is to craft your own codex. And over the course of the week, you are able to craft a very basic user interface for just a nice codex shell, that shelling that you were able to make with like some of the crafting materials within this crafting bay inside Commander Critter's vessel.
I like to imagine it almost looks like, I'm trying to not use the brand name since this is a podcast, but like one of those really beefy like rubber phone cases with like the harder outside.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Cal's gonna drop this thing a few times. He needs that extra protection.
Well, you were able to make it, and also you were able to... Well, actually, I'm going to have you do it right now. I would like you to roll me a coding check.
I wonder who this is for. Coding. I'm trying to remember if I can add anything to coding besides just coding, and I don't think I can.
I mean, resourceful.
I can add resourceful, which will give me a +3. So I'm going to add resourceful. So altogether, that will be let me just do the basic math. That's a 21 minus the dice. And that is a 26 on coding.
A 26. Very nice, very nice. You are able to transfer over not only transfer over the actual coded part of this artificial intelligence that you have inside this little this little floppy disk.
This little
disc.
I think it was circle shaped.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was
so
circle shaped.
It's a disc.
Yeah, it's a disc.
You're able to insert it into the actual codex and reconfigure a few, remodify a few of the coded lines inside this artificial intelligence and attach it to it. And now the codex, at the end of this week, once you're officially just about 30 minutes out from the Fleet Titan, you're able to finish this codex that for now we will call Sylvie 2.0.
Sylvie 2.0 pre-alpha.
Yes. With that, you ended it. You also were able to easily craft some ion bracers for Mr. Proto, and also during that week,
gets shock gauntlets. I think is the combination of those two.
He finally has shock gauntlets, which is going to be pretty fun to use. But you also got to meet the Nigonian operative that is supposedly on this ship, the other technician.
Oh, right, he's another tech.
Mm-hmm.
What was his speciality? Do you have a speciality, or is he just a general tech?
He seemed to be a general technician, but he seemed to be more along the lines of space crafts, and like that's his specialty.
Yeah, he was.
So picking his brain for drive core tech would probably be cool, but over the course of the week, you've only seen him probably about 3 times. And the conversations you've had with him, he seems very closed off. His name is Quive.
Quive, right. Okay. Yeah.
And with that, we're going to go over to your landing and being now inside the Fleet Titan, as that's where we left off last session. Now that the time skip is a little bit out of the way, because I'm sure you spent most of your time just crafting during that time skip.
Oh yes, 100%. That's all Dr. Cal did.
Yeah.
He ate nutrients. He drank a bit of water. Probably a little too little water for how long he was doing stuff. So one last little question, just so I understand it as a player. Dr. Cal has not completely awoken Sylvie yet.
Not completely.
Sylvie is just okay. No, okay. So there's still a few more things needing to be done. Got it.
I mean, you can awaken her. She's just been uploading into the codex that you have built for her because you just put her in right before you guys landed.
Okay. Well, plus the slight modifications.
Yeah.
To make sure.
Those were like done throughout the week.
Yeah. No. Oh. Sorry.
But there is probably a little bit of testing that you can do. You just need to start testing.
Yeah, I'm just double checking to make sure I'm understanding this right from Dr. Cal's perspective.
Yes. But as your vessel, the Commander Carter's vessel, lands and everything begins to power down, and then you guys begin to gather all your stuff, and Commander Carter and all the other forces inside here, you see that there are several enforcers that are a part of this. You see the prime enforcer who was there is also next to Quive and Asla inside here. You haven't seen Asla. You haven't seen Asla since before, and she hasn't come to like talk to you or anything like that. You haven't seen her walking around the ship at all, really, honestly. But
sorry, names are getting confusing. Asla
was the one that escorted you and Proto around when you went to TL Frameworks.
I thought that was right, but it didn't seem right in my head. Sorry. I thought that was Asla. It's just some names get mixed around.
But yeah, you see Asla, Viken, and Quive all together in a little group off to the side.
Viken's the one who was a butt to me, right?
Yes, he was the ass.
He was the asshole. Okay, good to know. He's the one guy I dislike out of that group.
They look older too. They look like they've seen some action.
Oh God!
Yeah,
what have they been up to?
But you see, Asla looks very serious. As you guys are walking out into what looks like a massive just hangar bay. There are hundreds of people here. You see Commander Carter is like looks back and says, "All right, listen up. Go. Everyone has their assignments. Make sure that you follow through. We will be meeting. We will rendezvous back here in 0800 tomorrow. Sound good?" And everyone begins to shake their heads. You see Commander Carter looks over at you, is like, "All right, Doctor. You have a special assignment."
I was just about to ask. I thought I forgot again.
And you see Proto step up next to you. He's like, "What is our assignment?" Actually, it's Proto. You'll be joining us for a specific mission. But Dr. Cal, you are going to be meeting the Admiral with me.
Oh, okay. Dr. Cal kind of looks over himself. He's been crafting for a week. I don't know how often he switches that jumpsuit, but it's probably not enough. So he kind of dusts himself off and straightens his back after hearing that.
Yep.
Do I look presentable? And I look over at Proto when I ask that.
Proto looks at you, is like, "I believe you do. You look fine to me. You look like Dr. Cal." And he smiles. Oh, by the way, over this past week, about the third day in, Proto came in completely shaved.
Oh, he shaved.
He shaved.
I'm going to guess Commander Carter or someone taught him that.
Did you
Maybe
ask?
someone
Did you
taught
ask
it. Maybe
him?
we just learned.
What would you have asked him?
Dr. Cal probably honestly wouldn't notice for like a day or two. And then when he notices, he'll be like, when did you learn how to shave?
He would have said, "Oh, I kind of picked it up from research. I figured it'd be better to fit in a bit better and look, more prime."
You look more professional, I guess.
Thank you. But anyways,
yeah.
reverting back to these are flashbacks.
Do the flashback over.
Yep. But as you look at Commander Curter, he begins to take you over and take you through all the crowd. Kind of, you see are all surrounding you. A bunch of people going to different pods. Pods starting up and flying out. Some coming back in. This is a massive hangar bay, like massive. You've never seen anything this big. Well, you've seen cosmic stations this big, but this is a hangar bay.
Dr. Cal's just kind of looking around, impressed. He's like, "Oh, so much, so many different ships. Not really used to it."
As you begin to walk through, you see Proto looks at you, and he says, "Well, I guess if I have my own assignment, I will. Well, I don't know what I'm doing exactly." And you see Micah pop up. "All right, Proto, you're going to take this assignment, take this codex," and you see he takes the codex. It's like, oh. Wait, why does he need another one? You hear that? And Micah is like, it is the Admiral's order. So you're going to fetch him for us and bring him to the Admiral. Okay, but why couldn't the Admiral just call him himself? You'll understand it when you speak to him, okay? Okay. And you see Proto begins to walk off to the side. And he looks at you. He's like, "Good luck, Doctor."
You too, Proto.
And you begin to head out. Well, Caliber, will you please unmute yourself? So, Caliber, you have been on the Fleet Titan Eviseral for about a month. You have learned about this Directive 140. You have been able to train a bit inside their training centers on this Titanic spacecraft. You were told that eventually this Dr. Cal will be coming here, and your mission could begin. But for now, you've just been leisurely passing your time, training where you can, trying to understand exactly what is going on here. Until finally, as you are resting inside your room after a training session, you hear a knock on the door. What do you do?
Stand up, dust my stuff off, and I open the door.
You go over to the door, and you see a prime individual, a bit pale skin, clean shaven. His eyes are a slight silver glint, have a slight silver glint to them, and you see his hair is kind of tossed back a bit into a ponytail. It is a bit of a dark brown hair. And he stands there with a suit, like a nice tech suit of armor on, and some what looks like shock gauntlets on his arms, holding a codex. As he stands before you, he looks at you. He's like, "Are you Caliber?"
That's me. Set the job and everything. When do I begin? Is he here?
Yes, I am Proto. I am his creation. And he goes to shake your hand.
I'm shaking, like, what do you mean creation? Like, you're his son or something?
Yes, let's go with that.
Okay.
Well, you're going to be watching over Dr. Cal. What are your credentials?
Well, I am a Sakari rule enforcer, mercenary by trade, bodyguard when I'm paid to be.
You see him lean into you and says, "We'll see about that." And you can see a very serious stare come from his eyes as his eyes, the color in them begin to spin rapidly.
Got some type of optic, like synthetic eyes or something?
Just follow me, I suppose. And you see him turn around and begin to walk away. Are you following him?
Yes.
All right, you begin to follow as the door shuts closed, and he looks back at you, and then he says, "I don't see what's so great about you."
Well, think about it. I know how hired guns work.
You're
You're
a Redicon, though.
And? Got something against that?
Proto looks like he's like, no, sorry, I didn't mean to say something like that. Sorry. I don't have anything against that. I just meant, like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I haven't hung out with many Redicon, I suppose.
Well, if you're Dr. Cal's son, I guess we'll be hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
So, we'll have time to hang out. And
as you continue to head over, Dr. Cal will be switching over to you.
It's time to meet the what is it, Admiral?
Admiral Volton, yes.
Admiral Volton. He's the leader of the fleet.
Yes, the Fleet Titan Eviseral.
The Fleet Titan Eviseral.
As you are escorted by Commander Kurter, walking through the hallways here. Commander Kurter looks down at you. Listen, Cal.
Yes?
I've heard rumors about Admiral Volton.
Not the big fan of Nugonians?
Not necessarily. He is very calculated. I mean, General Plutel is also the same way, but General Plutel is more so. I feel like he's more so a man of principle. But the stories of Admiral Volton. There's a reason why I chose to be a commander on ground rather than in space. And it's because of certain rumors.
How worried should I be? I'm like a stealth one that.
Well, hopefully, just keep your wits about you. Understood?
I will try. We'll see how that goes.
All right. As you see, you guys go through a lift that takes you up, and then you see the doors open up into this massive bridge. As you see the bridge opens up, you hear people are inside here. There are probably about maybe 100 or so people inside this bridge, going around and go like sitting at certain computer stations. You see a massive like array of two different arrays of computer stations. They look like targeting systems of some kind that all work together, and they're underneath this bridge that goes up to the front viewer, where you see a large, what looks like you just see space all around you that goes almost completely 180. You see a bunch of pilot stations all surrounding this area, and you see like actual gunner stations here as well. And you also see what looks like a large chair, captain's chair, maybe admiral's chair. As you hear, is everything optimal for our trip out of here? And you hear, yes, Admiral. Good. And Commander Kurter walks up, and he says, Admiral Volton. Hmm? And looking back, you see this very tall Prime. He stands about 6'4". He has black hair that goes down to around his neck. It is very well kept, and it seems like it kind of glistens with the lights that kind of hit it for a bit. And his eyes are a very pungent maroon as he looks at you, and then you see a smile fall across his face. The consultant, the doctor.
Oh, Dr. Cal is uncomfortable. Smile.
You see as he smiles, he puts his hands out. It's like, everyone, please welcome Dr. Cal with open arms. And you hear everyone, like, you see everyone looks over and begins to stand up and begin to applaud you.
Dr. Cal curls and kind of into a ball.
And
Like,
Commander Kurter
he's
looks confused. It's like, Admiral. Shh. Hold on, Commander. And you see the Admiral steps up to you and looks down at you. And as he steps up to you, he says, well, it's been some time. I heard a lot about you from General Plutel.
I haven't done much.
Nonsense. You have given us something unique. It might actually push us in a better position in this war. But I bubble. Please, follow me. And you see he begins to walk over to the side where you see a door, and Commander Kurter is like, Admiral, I was assigned... Oh, yes, thank you for bringing him. I'm sure Proto will be coming with the other in a moment. Commander Kurter, you may go back to your squadron and check in on everything and get a mission assigned for, well, for whatever you have to do. All right, you're dismissed. And you see him kind of wave his hand. He's like, Admiral. He's like, you're dismissed, Commander. And you see Commander Kurter, like, as you look back at him, he's like, you see him clenching his fists and looks down and then salutes. And then you see him walk out as everyone kind of like stares at him. And you walk over as the door opens up, and you see an actual, what looks like a captain's chamber inside here, connected to the bridge.
So we're going in there. So as Dr. Cal is like walking into this door, you just see him immediately untense because people aren't looking at him. Like, he tensed up as much as he could, and then he untensed as soon as he goes through that door. Ugh. He's not used to people.
You see the door shuts closed. It's like, oh. Dr. Cal, you've done something incredible. You know that?
I mean, I've done a lot of things, but not without help. What one are you talking about? Escaping Diomos Vortex?
You... That is one thing, I suppose. And he smiles. I'd like you to roll me an analyze check.
Oh, analyze. I'm actually not great at analyze. I thought I was. I'm not that great at it. So that's going to be a 2 plus 12, so 14. Oh, okay, nice dice. 26.
26. Looking at this man, he is very hard to read.
Yeah, no, makes sense. My only other thought is, are you talking about Proto?
Proto is a very valuable asset, I would say. Yes.
So it's Proto you're talking about?
No, I am not. But that conversation can be saved for later. You, Dr. Cal, I have a need for your mind, I would say.
Do you need help with AI or computer systems? Because that is my specialty.
Yes. It's interesting how that is your specialty. And you see him like look off to the side. You can tell that he's thinking of something, and there's something behind his mind. It's almost like he's scheming.
Dr. Cal can't fault the man too much. Dr. Cal schemes other things. Dr. Cal's just kind of sitting there, waiting to be spoken to.
You have a brother. Correct.
Oh, you knew of my brother.
I read your report.
I didn't know who all knew of that. That's... okay. I was told not to speak a bit, mostly.
Do not worry. We, officials of Corps Command are... well, we keep everything held to our chest.
Okay. So what is it that you need?
We need to capture your brother.
Pretty straightforward. Do you have a plan?
Well, I know that these Cortexians, these Cortexians informants and all that, they have a network within their mind. Your brother is a part of that network. We need to find him. Because, for some reason, Montezelic has taken a liking to him. And you see him stare at you with those maroon eyes kind of piercing at you.
Dr. Cal, briefly remembers when Montezelic kind of took a liking to him for some reason. That wasn't recorded, was it?
No, it wasn't.
I was about to. But no, Dr. Cal has a moment of okay, Montezelic likes the family for some reason. Do you need help trying to access this tether, or what's going on?
Exactly. This tether, and you see him stand up. But, I'm sure you're going to need some added backup on your mission to potentially capture your brother.
Or die. Both are fairly...
Well, hopefully this enforcer helps keep you alive. And you see he presses a button over by his desk, and the door slides open as you see walking in is Proto, holding a codex, and you see a Redicon behind him. Please describe your character for us, Fulcrum.
So, he's wearing this worn brown duster coat down that length is down little past his knees. Tech armor chest plate. And with this lever action rifle slung over his back. With a very stereotypical cowboy hat.
He is also an Arvesk.
Yes, and the green Redicon Arvesk.
Yes, green.
Those are the thinner ones,
yes,
but tall.
Yes,
thinner and tall. Okay, just double check him.
He is very tall. He is taller than Proto. He his Proto's right up to his shoulders.
You a big boy.
And you see the Admiral stand up. Good. We have, our enforcer here, our mercenary from the Shikari rule, who is going to make sure that you are protected. And don't worry, I paid him enough to make sure that he doesn't try to take up your bounty on you. You do realize that you have a
proper bounty on me? How much is the proper bounty? Just so I know.
It is through Daimon Cortex, through the Daimon Cortex system. I know there are a few in the Shikari rule that take up bounties from them, but they're more unethical in their pursuits, you know. The Admiral has a bit of a personality to him.
I do like the Admiral. I'm scared of him, but I like him. That is me as a player and Dr. Cal. Both are true.
It's this is Caliber. I don't actually know his real name, honestly. I don't think his actual name is Caliber, so...
Dr. Cal just kind of looks up at this very big man who entered the room.
Just gonna smirk and just pat the holster outside my...
Caliber...
I'm gonna pat the jacket where the holster is.
Caliber, would you please roll me a discipline will check?
Because you probably shouldn't touch a gun in someone else's room.
I'm not touching it. I'm just patting it through the
You think
coat.
that's a discipline will check?
Oh, I thought it was just not to do the dumb thing.
Okay, so that's rank 2 plus 7. If I'm not mistaken, that's will plus 7. And Christ, I forgot. I'm gonna need another crash course on how to roll what dice to roll again.
It's a D12.
Okay, so-
yeah.
D12.
D12. So you did perception check. You know what your perception is?
Discipline.
Oh, discipline. Sorry. What's
Yeah.
your discipline?
So it'd be a will plus your discipline bonus. Let me see if I could.
Okay,
get
so
your
that
character sheet
is 5 plus 7. That's 13. Then with the D12. So it's 5 plus 13.
which is a 18.
18 for discipline will check.
Ho, 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 ho. You look down at this new Gonian. As you smile at him, you see his features look familiar to you. But it's hard. They remind you of your they remind you of your father, your not your biological father, because you probably didn't have a biological father, but because you were born from a tree. But they remind you of him, of your father that found you and raised you. And you see Proto look over at you. He's like, are you guys just going to stare at each other or something?
Oh, sorry, I forgot how big he was.
Sorry,
Dr. Cal's still kind of looking up at him. And he kind of...
Sorry.
Dr. Cal, raises his arm as high as he can to try doing a handshake.
I'll shake Dr. Cal's hand and look at him in the eyes and be like, I'll be honest, I was expecting a prime after I saw that your son here.
I kind of... After you call him my son, I look over at Proto why would you say son? No. Yeah, no, that makes sense, Proto. That makes sense.
Proto just stares at you and just kind of gives you a look of I don't know.
We'll talk about that later, Proto. Pleasure to meet you, Caliber.
Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Cal.
Good.
I kind of look back at
Admiral Volton hops around and is like, good. Well, Caliber, now that you have your assignment, you can learn more about the good doctor here.
I was planning on it.
Oh, and Dr. Cal, you can report back to Commander Kurta for now. There is going to be a specific mission for you. The squad 119, I believe. They are currently on the command colony of Rento, and I believe they have finished their first mission there. So, going over there and refueling, that is where you guys are going to refuel, and then make sure that their assignment is all done. And I want you to gather information on a specific piece of gear that the one named Liam crafted.
Which piece would that be?
It is called a hyper trick, I believe. Hyper trick bow.
Dr. Cal has a moment of like, did it take him 30 minutes?
I want you
And
to.
then it, like,
I want you to. I want you to gather the blueprints to it, if you can. If you can get it from Liam, that would be much appreciated. And then, when you come back here, well, I'll have all of the. Well, I'll have all of the technicians working on producing even more of them. And potentially
just as
producing
a
them
warning,
in different
Admiral,
ways. Right, yes?
I don't think he uses blueprints, so it might take a minute.
And he looks at you and he kind of gives you a smirk and he's like, he uses blueprints. Almost like
Not this far as I've been told.
almost like he's saying it like he knows.
Dr. Cal like starts pulling out his codex.
Roll
He's like,
me
"Oh,
an
I
analyze
still-"
check. God damn it. Because the Admiral is
Right
staring
back.
at you. Like, he said, oh, he uses blueprints.
Okay, analyze.
Yes.
This isn't going to be as great as last time, but it'll still be pretty decent. 20.
20. Enough. You look at him, and it's almost like he's telling you to probe Liam.
I don't know if that's. We'll try other options before that.
It's the only way you'll find the blueprints.
I don't think he has blueprints.
He smiles and he's like, oh, Doctor, I can't wait until you understand the full picture. And you see him begin to walk back behind his desk. All right, you are all dismissed. Return back to your rendezvous point over by Commander Carter. And you see Proto begins to walk back. And you see Proto is staring at the Admiral. Almost mesmerized by him.
Dr. Cal starts making his leave, trying to bat the way he came.
All right, you guys go back inside the hangar. Well, not the hangar bay, the bridge. As you begin to walk through, you see everyone kind of like walking around their stations, talking to each other, making sure everything is all good. Go ahead and roll me perception checks, both of you.
Perception check?
Yeah.
Is it a perception check? Okay, that's a 19 plus 6. That would be a 25.
25 for you. Can you roll higher than a 25? Or would you not even be trying to pay attention, Caliber?
I got a 22.
Okay, perfect. 22, 25. You both, as you look around, you kind of listen into a few different conversations going on. One in particular is talking about a group of, well, a squadron, a transport squadron that is transporting a few Nugonians for questioning to the hangar bay. The Nugonians are from the command colony that is beneath. That is basically that this Fleet Titan is orbiting currently. But yes, you, Dr. Cow. It almost sounds like they are being like questioned about the Zelic dynasty and all that stuff.
Alright.
Trying to find
Good
moles.
thing. Yeah, good thing I already gave them all the information I had. But yeah, I guess Proto's behind us.
Yes, Proto is behind you. You guys are walking. You guys walk out of the bridge, heading over to the lift, and you all
I
three are
gotta
inside
look
of one of the
over
lifts.
As we get outside of the bridge and like the door closes, I'm like, I want to like that Admiral, but I'm pretty sure he wants me to do something.
What do you know of this Admiral Caliber?
I don't know much. He mostly stayed to himself. And I mostly just stayed around the crew's quarters. So, I never saw him anywhere on the ship other than his own command center when I was first brought on.
Huh.
I can understand why Carter is a little cautious of him.
He does look shifty, though.
Shifty wins wars, though.
Yeah. Wouldn't underestimate him in a fight.
He looked at me,
No?
and it's almost like he understood me. I don't know.
I think it might have something to do with like a connection to the architects. It feels like there's a lot of connections to those guys.
Dr. Cal, you see Proto. It almost looks like he's going through some kind of existential realization. It looks like that.
Wait, do you think he might have known the original?
He looks over. He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you may have thought he knew about the body. Because we don't know much about where the body came from.
I don't know, but that could be it. Or something deeper. I don't know. Sorry, Caliber, but it's just so you know, Caliber, since you're going to be around us a lot, I am literally Dr. Cal's creation.
Oh, right. We didn't tell him about that. I'm guessing we're in the lift right now.
Yeah, you guys are in the lift. You're going down right now.
Well, I was just going to take context clues from the conversation, but if you want to explain it fully, I am all ears, because I am curious why this guy's a walking corpse.
What? How did you know he was a corpse?
Look at the pale skin.
You understand
That
some
and
people
your-
are pale, right?
Yeah, and all I needed to confirm it was y'all talking about a corpse.
Oh, fair.
Corpse, creation, necromancy. And he points over to, Cal points over to Proto.
You think I'm a mage?
No, this was not.
No,
this
from
was
your
not necromancy.
I read the dossier about you. You're you're a programmer. So I didn't think you'd be a mage and a programmer. Especially one with a PhD.
What is that?
You go to check your pocket, Dr. Cal. You see a bunch of messages are popping up on your codex right now. On your codex that you crafted on Commander Carter's vessel.
Oh God, Sylvie's up.
You see,
I open it up.
and you see 186 messages, counting.
I click on one of them.
You click on one of them. It's like, hello. It says hello.
Kind of scroll through the messages.
They all say hello
Oh, I got the
with a question mark.
Oh, Jesus. Dr. Cal just types,
What is going
I'm
on?
sorry. I woke up Sylvie. She's not entirely
You
back,
see, as soon as you start typing, all the messages delete.
Sorry, I will be able to talk in just a second. I didn't think you would fully download. And then I send that.
You
And then
you send that,
I kind of keep the
and then
codex up.
and then you see a message pop up. No worries, I'll be waiting for you.
She doesn't have her memories back yet, right? Oh, this is just her waking up. I'm scared. And I put the codex in my backpack again.
Proto's just like, what is going on? And then you see the doors open up to the cosmic, to the basically the hangar bay again, and you just see people walking around. And
Proto, I told you I was waking up Sylvie. She was one of my original AIs.
oh yes, that's correct.
He's a little new.
Maybe we should, he kind of looks at Caliber and then looks at you. He's like, I don't want to exclude you from our conversations, Caliber.
Well, yeah, I'm just still wrapping my head around walking corpse and AI.
Hey.
Dr.
Cal does the shush thing. Since we're not in the elevator anymore. It's like, hey, don't talk about that out loud.
What? Don't talk about the movie that we were watching last night?
What movie? We just met.
I think he was trying to change the conversation, Dr. Cal. That's what he was. He
What?
it kind of flew past your head, Okay. You see?
Someone got it.
Yes, I understand it because I've been researching how people talk, and actually get certain things, But Dr. Cal is not like that. Okay, he kind of things go over his head, He's just he's just.
Dr. Cal does look distracted while Proto's kind of talking about whatever Proto's talking.
Dr. Cal, I'd like you to roll me a discipline check.
Oh, discipline wheelchair.
Uh-huh.
That's not good.
You're not getting away from it that easily.
Is it just a normal discipline? 21 plus 5 plus 6. That'd be a 27. Wait. 26.
Fuck. Sorry, guys. I just rolled something, and I need to pause it right now, so give me a second. I'm gonna pause the recording. Alright, I am ready to do this. Here we go. Dr. Cal, as you're walking through this hangar bay, you stop. And it almost feels like something is stopping you. Like something is there, surrounding you. You feel a connection, a tether. And it's strange. It feels like it's here, but also not here. You look around you, you no longer see Proto, you no longer see Caliber, you no longer see anyone. You don't see any objects, you don't see anything except for maybe the shell of this spacecraft that you are inside.
Well, that is good.
As you feel the tether, you see the string that is pulling you. It has this green and black, almost liquid, that is dripping from this string. That's liquid, this tether. It reminds you of those canisters back inside the Thymal Cortex, inside the Cortexium that you were inside when you were building Proto. This tether feels familiar. It feels like Montezelic.
Monty, are you out there?
You feel the tether tug you.
Dr. Cal is breathing heavily this entire time.
Mm-hmm. You feel the tether tug you tight, and it begins to pull you.
Can I try breaking the tether?
Go ahead and roll me a probe.
Okay, let's hope to God. Okay, that's probably not going to work. It's a 7 plus 12, which equals a 19, plus probe, which is a 4, which equals a 23. And I doubt that's going to work. It's worth a shot.
You take 25 points to your energy.
Shit.
You feel it, the tether twists and then pulls at your heart string and begins to pull you tighter. And you feel your energy being siphoned out of you.
As I'm doing this, Dr. Cal's like, okay, come along. And then Dr. Cal's like, All Father, are you out there? He prays within his own. I know Monty.
I would like you to roll me a religion check now.
Religion?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Since you're trying to probe to the All Father. Try to call to the All Father. Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
We're damn. This was Dr. Cal's a good character. 17 on religion. That's not gonna get him. It's not gonna get him.
Take another 13 points to your energy.
Damn.
As you feel it pull you, and then it almost feels like something tells you from deep within you, from deep within your entire, your mind, something says, you're not strong enough.
Okay, Monty. Where the fuck do you want me to go? And I start following the tether.
You follow the tether. The tether pulls you along, going over to the actual lift. As it almost looks like, as you walk up to the lift is open by itself. There's nothing there, and then as you go up to it, it almost seems like the lift begins to lift you up. Meanwhile, Caliber, you are walking with Proto, and Proto looks back, and you look back, and you see Dr. Cal stops walking, looks over to the side, and you see him. His face is completely distraught. He doesn't know what to do. It looks like he's shaking. And you see Proto look at him and is like, Cal, Creator, are you okay? Are you seeing something? You see he's just staring over towards the lift right now. And then he begins to walk towards it. And as he's walking towards it, it looks like people are walking by him. As people walk by him, one person goes and hits him, and as they hit him for a second, you see them kind of turn towards him and just stare at him and look at him. And as this happens, Proto looks at this person that just hit the doctor, and you see other people start to hit him as well, and they all stop and just start staring at him. And each person that actually like bumps into the doctor, you are just staring at him too, and like walking behind him, and Proto is like looking at these people that are stopping and staring, and he's like, something's going on. You follow him. Follow him. I'm going to go call Commander Curter, okay?
Agreed. Go.
And you begin to follow him. As you follow him, you see he walks up to the lift. The lift opens up for him, and then as he walks into it, you walk up into it as well. What are you going to do as you walk up into this lift? With the doctor.
I'm going to make sure to stand as far away from him and anybody else that's entering the lift, and just continue to follow and watch him.
Okay. You can see that there is... something is going on, but he looks like he's losing energy. He looks like he's tired. He's breathing heavily. He's still there. Like, you can see the... Would you say that you're frightened, Dr. Cal?
What do you mean? Yeah, of course, Dr. Cal. It's like near pissing his pants over here.
Yes, Dr. Cal looks terrified currently. But we'll go over to you, Doctor, as you are now inside this lift, feeling the tether pulling you upward, and then it stops. The door opens up, and you begin to see no one inside here, but you see a desk with 2 doors and a tether that is leading you towards the door on your left as you begin to walk towards it. As this is happening, you see the door slides open, and Caliber, you see the doctor begins to walk in. You see a desk, and you see what looks like an operative standing behind and he stands up. He is a yen. He has these black highlights in his silver hair, and you see he has these dark brown eyes, and he looks up. He's like, you're not allowed to be here. And you look around. This is the brig. This is like the detention center of this ship.
I'm going to yell at the yin not to touch Dr. Cal and to sound the alarm that he's possessed by something or being mind controlled by something.
Okay. Yeah. You say that. Please roll me an influence check.
The influence was influence charisma +5. That's 5 + 5 is 10. That's 12. I got a 12.
Well, yeah, but do all the math.
Okay. He looks at you and is like, sure thing. And you see him go over to a little panel. And it's like, attention, everyone. What is this? What is his name?
Dr. Cal.
Dr. Cal has been compromised by an unknown presence. all hands to the brake. And you see it stops. And then as you watch as he walks over to the left door. The left door slides open for him. As it slides open for him, you see the end goes and closes the door. The door goes to close, and then it reopens again. And he's like, I can't close it. And he looks over. He's like, there's one of the suspected Nugonian informants is inside there.
Wait. Oh shit. They might be trying to break him out. I'm going to... Is the desk movable?
The desk is not movable.
Shit.
But you see, he is walking over towards it. He does walk through the door. Are you going to try to grab him or touch him or do something to like slow him down?
I'm going to... Is there like a stun baton anywhere nearby?
Yeah, this is
I'm just gonna tase him.
All right.
Damage. Oh yeah, I can't wait to die from this.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. As this is happening, we're gonna switch over. Oh, this is actually really fun to do. I'm sorry, Dr. Cal.
Oh man, it sucks. It sucks a lot.
As you are being
It's not much I can do.
As you're being pulled, you walk up through this door as it opens up, and you see it actually try to close again, but then it stays open. And as you continue to move through, you begin to see what looks like empty chambers that are completely closed off. It looks like a prison. And
prison.
you walk through,
What do you want with this?
and you see the tether ends at the fourth stall. As you go up to it, you see a Nugonian there that stares at you.
Are you a tetherer?
I decided to use this vessel so that I can communicate with you.
I'm guessing that's you, Monty. Or it's my brother. Which one? Only two who seem like they would do this.
I'm hoping that you'll prove useful, Doctor.
Doesn't sound like my brother. I'm going to go with the guess of Monty. Do you need something specifically from me?
I'm just glad that I still have a connection to you. In some way.
Out of curiosity, I am interested. How do you have this connection? Is it through my brother? Heard something about being connected to family. Father said something along those lines.
I'm not sure if you remember. Who knows? You might have forgotten.
Yeah, no, that's pretty likely.
Well, I hope that you find your place, Doctor.
Thank you.
And you see this Nigonian smiles. They haven't like moved their mouth at all.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't assume. But this is all like mental stuff, I assume.
As this happens though, you see as he stares at you, you get this sense that there is something coming very soon.
And
he says,
is there anything else you need from me?
To be on your best behavior.
I would disagree, but I don't think I really can right now.
You're trying to pull the father away from me, aren't you?
I honestly don't really care about the father. He's kind of talking to me. He's the one who got out here. He's the one who started talking to me.
Really? Am I supposed to believe that?
I mean, you're the one who's accessing my mind or something right now. You really think me, as a weakling, was able to do something? To convince the Allfather? I just started learning probing.
Then why you?
Ask him yourself. I'm not entirely sure.
You see everything kind of turns back on. You see the Nigonian just sitting there, and he looks at you. His eyes blinking like he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. You see
Dr.
over
Kyle
to the
grabs
side.
his head.
You see over to the side, the doors are open. You see Caliber standing there, and you see you see another yen that is standing there with like black highlights in their hair, and then you hear a door slide open and a bunch of footsteps rush through, and you see Proto coming up and running up. It's like, Cal, are you okay?
Dr. Cal just kind of falls to the floor, like on his knees. Like,
and
fuck.
you
And
see
he grabs both sides of his head, and he's just kind of like rubbing his temples.
You see Commander Kurter rush over to the Nigonian. You see Operative Micah comes up to you, as well as Civil rushes up to you. And they both like go to pick you up. And you see another doctor that comes up. It is Dr. Dresden, actually, as he comes up to you. Is like, are you all right, Doctor? And you see Commander Kurter is looking over at the Nigonian. He's like, what is going on? What is happening? And you see Commander Kurter's like, everyone leave this chamber. I'll deal with this
Commander.
What?
That's all Dr. Cal says, like, sort of exhausted. I think Monty just kind of went through a few people until he found the connection to me. Oh god, my head. That's fucking scary, man.
What happened?
Monty, I think, maybe? I thought it was my brother, but my brother doesn't sound like that.
You also don't think your brother is that powerful.
My brother's also a little weaker.
If he can do that, and Saval like starts talking. He's like, if he can do that, then he can get to any one of us. Can he?
Yeah. Dr. Cal 100% peed his jumpsuit, just so you know.
Proto looks
Fucking
over
terrifying.
at you, Caliber, and is like, do you really think that you could... Do you think that you could actually stay by his side?
Well, seeing how interesting this is now, I'd say I'd rather be by his side, see where this all goes.
Caliber's final words. I think it's a bad idea to be around Dr. Cal, to be fair.
And Proto nods. He's like, thank you. And as you are escorted to the med bay of Commander Carter's vessel, he says, we're going to be heading over to Rento to meet with the other squadron because I was told that there is an assignment there for you in particular.
I heard that too.
All right, well, we'll get into space for a few hours.
As Commander Carter is like doing this, Dr. Cal kind of stops listening, to be fair, and he tries contacting Allfather again. Because this is an Allfather question.
Go ahead. Okay, actually, before you do so,
Yeah.
you close your eyes and you begin to sink in. As you sink in, you get this feeling. And you hear, trying to communicate, are you?
He's really my only access to more of this information.
You don't realize what has happened, have you?
I assume that you have somehow invaded my mind. Probably through a dumb thing I did when I was younger.
This will be fun.
I'm guessing I can't turn Tet to Allfather anymore. That might be annoying. It's useful.
You have connections to stuff that I didn't expect.
Yep.
Perhaps we should take a journey sometime.
I mean, I would be fine if you got out of my head.
No,
Dr.
why
Cal
would that
says
be?
that with a little bit of humor.
Now, why would I do that?
I mean, it was worth a shot. Worst you could do is, I don't know, kill me.
Come now, Callisto. Don't you think learning more about your leader would be a better way to eventually take his place?
Dr. Cal just doesn't really respond to whatever the fuck was just said.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't think I have the brain power to deal with this right now.
Very
And
well.
I probably need to move to another jumpsuit.
Once you do fall asleep, hopefully you can escort me through this space in the quantum realm. I look forward to it.
Oh, you mean the kinetic?
the kinetic.
Oh. You didn't know about him yet?
No.
Oh, I thought that was the one you were talking about.
That is what I'm talking about, but I didn't realize it was called the kinetic. Interesting. Very well.
I hope Father showed me the way to him. Kind of stumbled through my own memories till I got them.
As you continue to talk like this, Proto, you hear Proto's voice. Cal, are you okay?
Yeah.
You see that you are now inside the inside your chambers, inside Commander Critter's ship.
Well,
And you see Caliber is sitting there. Caliber, Dr. Cal just like zoned out for a bit. He wasn't really talking.
So, now that you're back into focus, I guess, y'all care to explain to me what happened back in the brig?
You know, like the big bad evil guy that we're fighting? How we're fighting one of his lessers and it's still pretty bad?
The Zalak Dynasty, yes.
And we're fighting specifically my brother, who's a pretty powerful tetherer.
I wasn't informed about your brother, but everything else I had a decent idea of.
Well, yeah, apparently the leader of the Demos Cortex was interested in me. And now he's in my mind.
Wait, Montezalek is in your mind?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can he see me right now?
No idea. So, can you go Core Command?
Well,
I don't want to accidentally give up information.
should we report this to... and he looks over towards Caliber. He's like, should we report this to the Admiral?
Oh, 100%. This is dangerous.
I agree. From Dr. Cal, everything that he knows could be at risk already.
Exactly. Let's not play games with this thing. I don't want to be responsible because I was being an idiot for some people's death.
This seems a lot. Maybe you should contact the Admiral, Caliber.
Yeah, I'll contact the Admiral. You make any preparations for everything else.
Right.
Do I even have a codex that can actually contact him?
You should.
I don't have the...
You should.
I call the Admiral on the codex and then they're waiting on it. All it's ringing.
Alright, you... Hello. Is this Caliber?
Yeah, we might have a slight problem.
I have already been informed that there was a situation inside the brig.
Well, this problem's an extension of that problem, maybe a bit more dangerous.
Are you with the good doctor now?
Yes, I'm with Dr. Cal now.
Please put him on for me. I would like to hear this.
I said it between me and Dr. Cal, like on the speaker setting or something.
Hey, Admiral.
Hello, Doctor. Good to hear you. I heard that you had a little bit of a conversation, potentially, with the Nugonian inside the brig.
No, it is 1,000 times worse than that.
Do elaborate.
I think Monty Zelek is tethered to my mind.
You say this. Oh.
Yep. So, keep all the classified information away from me. Who knows? You might be able to access all of it, I'm not sure.
Do you remember when you escaped from the Zalak dynasty and how Commander Kurter helped you with remembering everything that happened?
A little bit?
We have technology that the Zalak dynasty can't grasp. Thanks to special scientists that we work with. I'm sure you know of them.
TL?
Yes. If you feel that something might be compromised, speak to
Almost my entire brain, I think.
Speak to Commander Kurter and say you need a full system wipe.
That sounds dangerous.
You've done it before.
Jesus. I'm not even going to ask what that means. Proto, can you go get Commander Carter?
Are you sure you want to do this? I don't think this is a good idea.
Well, Proto, I would rather do that than whatever this situation's about to be.
The thing
He
is,
just points to his entire
I
brain.
wouldn't just. I don't know if it's going to disconnect you from this whatever network that Montezelic has tethered you to. I don't think it's going to. It's just more about safeguarding certain information. So,
Well, might want to do that sooner than later.
right now we haven't given you enough information to have it be a worry.
Oh, okay.
Besides, if I know Montezelic, he and I think very similarly.
Concerning?
Concerning. He's a mastermind.
Well, I mean,
Give him props for that.
Jeez. He is a mastermind.
Come now, Doctor. I thought you would appreciate that a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a little different when he might be in your memories.
Oh, you forget anyways, so what does it matter?
Jesus.
He seems so nonchalant about this.
I like him. I like him. He scares the ever-loving piss out of me. There's, you can like and be scared of someone.
Thank you, Caliber, for reporting this to me. Keep up the good work. Oh, and Doctor, for your troubles, I've made sure to pick up another shipment of the cornersight function. And you hear him say, "After all, it is why I wanted to meet you in the first place." And
The reason he was so excited about Dr. Cal
was the quarter sight.
was the quarter site. And the quarter site is something that's going to be a larger project later.
And as this happens, the codex, the call ends, and Caliber, you sit there And as you guys feel the ship rumble and then begin to lift off, you hear the commander's voice come over the intercom saying, "All right, we're going to be heading over to Command Colony Rento. We'll be there in approximately 18 hours. And then you hear it shut off. And with that, we are going to end the session there.
Oh, God.
Was that
There's
not?
nothing I could have done.
Was that
There's
not
nothing
good?
I could have done.
That
There's
was-
nothing I could have done. I've done everything I can. I have near Matt's discipline. Like I can't do more. I physically can't do anything more, Matt.
I know, you're good. You're good. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh fuck. That's
There
not,
was-
what do you mean it's good? Wait, Matt, it isn't good. It's the opposite of what you would call good.
Don't worry. Other people have had situations like this happen before too.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. But
I fucking whatever's going on at the Guardian. Then again,
Anyways.
that was kind of someone
anyways,
else's fault.
yeah, that was fun. We have a bodyguard for the doctor who actually
Another one.
had a situation happen on his first day. You know,
A situation that
Almost out
he
of the
could not
job.
help with at all.
I'm glad
A
he was smart
situation
enough
he
not to
could
touch
even-
Dr. Cow.
Yeah, out of curiosity, Matt, what happened when they touched Dr. Cow?
Oh, they got
That's true. What happened to them after that, too?
Maybe lobotomized?
I mean,
Just completely brain dead right there on the spot.
no.
No, they were standing.
When they were standing, and people like you guys brought back Dr. Cow from everything, and you did see a few of them standing around, and they were just watching, and like some people were going over to them, like, and you see they were also like holding their heads, kind of like strained a little bit, like something
Yeah.
got into their heads.
Because Monty is goddamn nightmare, dude. Monty is an eldritch abomination.
Yeah, but yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that one.
That was
And-
that was. Oh my god.
And now we'll see
fuck.
what happens next session when you go to sleep
Steal stuff from
to
Leah.
start resting.
Oh no, wait, that's the session after. Next, whatever.
Yeah, but I have a feeling we're gonna have to spend another session just quarantining Dr. Cal.
Just figuring out what Dr. Cal needs to worry about.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you all for listening to the 18th entry of the Doctor series. And if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.
You know, Dr.
I thank you for listening to The Doctor. Be sure to check out the official New Age campaign, now releasing here on the podcast and streaming bi-weekly Tuesdays on Twitch. A link will be found in the description of this entry. And if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive Codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.